Hey, good morning, everybody. Rev here again today. It is Tuesday. It is March the 9th, still 2021. And I hope you're safe, you're well, you're blessed this morning. I hope you're enjoying these warmer temperatures. It's been really nice to be able to get out in the sunshine and do some things outside. So I hope your week is going well. I'm going to read to you this morning from 1 Samuel. This is chapter 13, and I'm going to start with verse 7. Some Hebrews even crossed the Jordan to the land of Gad and Gilead. Saul remained at Gilgal, and all the troops with him were quaking with fear. He waited 7 days, the time set by Samuel. But Samuel did not come to Gilgal, and Saul's men began to scatter. And so he said, "Bring me the burnt offering and the fellowship offerings." And Saul offered up the burnt offering. Just as he finished making the offering, Samuel arrived, and Saul went out to greet him. "What have you done?" asked Samuel. Saul replied, "When I saw that the men were scattering and that you didn't come at the set time, and that the Philistines were assembling in Michmash, I thought, now the Philistines will come down against me at Gilgal, and I have not sought the Lord's favor. So I felt compelled to offer the burnt offering." "You acted foolishly," Samuel said. "You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you. If you had, he would have established your kingdom over Israel for all time. But now your kingdom will not endure. The Lord has sought out a man after his own heart and appointed him leader of his people, because you have not kept the Lord's command." Then Samuel left Gilgal and went up to Gibeah in Benjamin, and Saul counted the men who were with him, and they numbered about 600. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. As Saul waited for Samuel to arrive, the pressure just kept growing. And finally, he just couldn't stand it any longer. And so Saul officiated at a sacrifice that God's law stated should be offered only by a priest. Now, I'm sure, I'm sure that most of us could empathize with Saul's situation here. I mean, as pressure mounts, you and I, we also find it harder and harder to wait on the Lord. And like Saul, sometimes we act unwisely. I mean, think about it. Maybe you're having some trouble at work. A coworker is slandering you, or maybe not even at work, just somebody that you know is slandering you. And you know, it's a real temptation to undermine that person in some way, whether with a boss or with other people in the circle. How about this? Is your bank account almost exhausted? And that dwindling balance in your checkbook, it just exerts increasing pressure to cut some corners here and there. Maybe you don't pay this bill or that bill so that you can just survive. You know, the pressure of waiting tends to widen any cracks that are in our character, just as it revealed Saul's fatal flaw. But let's remember what we're told here in verse 15. Then Samuel left Gilgal and went up to Gibeah and Benjamin, and Saul counted the men who were with him. They numbered 600. When Saul counted the people, 600 men, 600 soldiers were left with him. And that was exactly twice as many as Gideon needed to crush the Midianites. If you remember that story. Whatever pressure that we feel, God has the resources to meet our needs at hand. And I know as well as anybody that sometimes it ain't easy to wait on God. But let's remember what waiting on God means. And this is a quote from G. Campbell Morgan. Waiting on God is not laziness. Waiting for God is not going to sleep. Waiting for God is not the abandonment of effort. Waiting for God means first, activity under command. Second, readiness for any new command that may come. And third, the ability to do nothing until the command is given. Wait confidently on the Lord. He hasn't forgotten. Wait confidently on him. I'm Pastor Mark, also known as Rev. I love you guys. Be safe, be well, be blessed, be strong. And I'll see you tomorrow.